How in Lord's name can Lando Norris now win the championship, lads? This is going to be tough. This is going to be very, very tough. Let's look at the points. He's 52 points ahead, Max Verstappen. 52. Now that's just over 2 race wins in hand. So, if Max Verstappen sits on his ass for the next 2 rounds and he shows up in Brazil in November, he's still 2 points ahead. Now, obviously, he's not going to be sitting at home. Of course not. But Lando Norris needs to have 2 race wins, 2 fastest laps, and Verstappen not to finish. Now, you've got a couple of sprint races coming, but still, you can't bet. You can't bank on sprint races, right? You'd have to just treat them like a bonus. You would not be thinking of these in hand. Because even if he wins a sprint race, and let's say Lando Norris, if Lando Norris wins a sprint race, but he ends up having a non-finish in a race, and Verstappen wins, well, he's completely screwed. Now, guys, we've got United States, Mexico, Brazil, Las Vegas, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi. So, that's what, 6 races left. And really, by the time we get to Qatar, if Lando Norris, even if he keeps winning, if Max Verstappen just keeps finishing, Verstappen has it at Qatar. It's over. It's all over then. So, there's a couple of lessons here, lads. There's a couple of lessons. This brings us up to right now. We've got a month break now again, which is very surprising, to be honest, why they're doing such a long break. This is the second time now this has happened this year. But Verstappen has to have some bad luck here. He's got to have some bad luck. Hey, if you're a Verstappen fan, I'm sure you're feeling very, very good right now. He is looking bloody good. All he's got to do is just hang on in there. Hang on in there. Can he do it? Or should we even be looking at the prevention more than cure? Has Zak Brown really blown it? I think he has. I think Zak Brown, in 3 races now, they have decided that Oscar Piastri will finish ahead of Lando Norris in 3 of the races. Now, okay, even at Azerbaijan, Oscar Piastri takes the win. Now, Lando Norris had a brutal qualifying, and obviously it was a little bit out of his control, all right? And at the same time now, what happens? Oscar Piastri's in the lead. Do you sacrifice your man in first position for Lando Norris because he gets extra points? Really? That was a 50-50 move. I wouldn't have been surprised if the team did actually sacrifice Piastri for him to win the championship. That's what I would have done. And I think I know a lot of team owners, race engineers, mechanics. I think they all would have done the exact same thing. Now, I know giving up a race win, it's like, oh, yeah, I get it too. I get it why it would sting. That you'd be almost screaming in your head, no, don't do this, don't do this. But the championship is what it's all about. They're not focused. Zak Brown has given away 3 times that Norris could really capitalize. And here's the thing. Red Bull are now feeling the pressure. They are really feeling the pressure. And the more points you could have up against them right now, the more pressure they'd be under, and possibly a chance for them to buckle under the pressure and actually make a mistake. Every point counts. But is it all about prevention? Maybe they shouldn't have been in this situation in the first place because of Zak Brown and the team. Maybe they could have helped this all along. And that's where I think this has all gone south, lads. South. The team are not capitalizing on these races. Anyway, enough said for today.
Walsh running the Irish green, and look at the move he's making down to the inside.
Moves to the front from 5th all the way to the lead in lap 1.
Walsh takes win number 2.
Peter. Walsh.